going. There we are. One more time.
We should have some like instrumental music.
I know.
Just be like, hey, welcome.
Yes, yes. Great. Okay, well, we are live. Well, welcome back to another WCN Live here at the Wilson County News. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, and today, let me introduce you to, we have, go ahead and introduce yourself to them.
Okay, my name is Miss Sutton, and Cynthia Sutton, and I am the business teacher over at Livonia High School.
Great. Thank you for being here today.
Thank
and
you.
also Kat.
And I'm back. I'm
Yes.
Kat Ortiz with First Mark Credit Union in Livonia, Texas.
That's right. We're having another conversation, shining a spotlight on educators today. So y'all be sure to plug in and join us and share this video. In fact, I'm going to do this right now. Give us a few moments and I'll update it later. But just to get it on my feed and get that going. I want to thank our sponsor, The Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. They are located on 181 next to each other, and you can just shop all makes and models, as well as a huge service department and even careers. So give them a shout out. They are tagged in the description of this video, and thank you, The Price Way, for being our sponsor of WCN Live. Okay, well next, let me explain a contest that we do. So while we're live, we ask those who are watching to post a comment. You can give us a thumbs up, just, say hi. You can also ask questions. We love questions. And that will get your name into next week's drawing. So right now what we're going to do is draw us a winner from last week's video, where we had the Floresville Police Department and the Wilson County Sheriff's Office on. They were talking about National Night Out, so their big event that's going to be, they're looking forward to in all the communities on October the 2nd. This is what you are going to win today. So if I could have you draw us a winner there, please,
Yes,
to see
sure.
who wins this fun little Halloween goodie basket.
This raffles are always fun.
Yes. Winner, winner.
And you want to read the name?
Sure.
Here you go.
If you can. We got Gwen Fluitt. Okay, congratulations, Gwen. I will be
Congratulations.
reaching out to you and letting you know how to pick up your fun little Halloween prize from our office. But she is the winner of this. And remember that National Night Out. Everyone gear up to get out in your communities for that. Okay. Let me just back up real quick. There we are. Good morning, Sherry. Thank you for joining us. Okay. All right, so our loyal watchers will recognize Kat and remember some conversations we've had before as we've had our educators of the quarter in this fun contest we've been running along with First Mark Credit Union. So let's give a little more introduction about each of you. I'll let you again say who you are and a little about where you're from. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Yes, well, I'm Cynthia Sutton. You can call me Cindy, and I am the I work at the high school at Livonia High School, and I am the business teacher there.
Great.
I'm currently on my 9th year,
Great.
and I love being there, and I love all my kiddos.
Great.
So it's been a journey with them.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to learning a little more about that in our conversation. Kat, go ahead.
Again, I'm Kat Ortiz with First Mark Credit Union in Livonia, Texas. We are a little over a year and a half in Livonia
Right.
since our newest build there. So new to Wilson County. First Mark is, but I've been in Wilson County since 1996. So
Right.
I've been here for quite some time.
Yeah. Very good roots there.
Yes.
How long have you been in the area?
About the 9 years.
9 years.
Yes.
Yeah, you've
yes.
been in this area. Great. So,
Well,
ahead.
I say 9 years. However, my grandfather's family is from, his mother and family is from Floresville. So
wonderful. Okay,
ties
so you
back
have
to
some
Floresville.
roots here
Right.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Sweet. Like to hear that. Great. Hi, Rita. You're watching today, so be sure to post your comments while we're live, and that will get your name in for next week's drawing. So, and share this video because this is just such a fun conversation. I know that Kat, you really enjoy what we're doing here with giving back to educators, and we couldn't be doing it without First Mark. But Catherine, tell us about yours and First Mark Credit Union's role in the Educator of the Quarter.
Okay, absolutely. So if you've heard this before, you're going to hear it again. It's something that I love to share. So First Mark Credit Union was San Antonio Teachers Credit Union. A lot of people think that the Teachers Credit Union went away. We just changed our name.
Right.
Our passion, our vision, our mission is still the same, to support and educate, to support our educators,
Right.
And any ISD or faculty. So what First Mark has done is, in an effort to continue to give back, we have our First Mark Foundation, which is our 501c3. It's our nonprofit to give back to schools, education, give grants to teachers. And so in an effort to fund that 501c3, we have created a Power of the Dollar checking account. And this checking account is a $1 monthly fee. That's it. That $1 goes to our foundation. That foundation gives back across Wilson and Bexar County.
Right.
Over the years, we've been able to continue to increase the Power of the Dollar membership. With that Power of the Dollar membership, they give $1 to the foundation. We give back so much more. In a thank you for your contribution, they get all their free products and services like checks and ATM cards and refunds, and of course loan discounts. We just try to help out as much as possible, as a credit union would. And so with that Power of the Dollar checking account, now that we're here in Wilson County, the more memberships that I can recruit for that Power of the Dollar, I'm able to find more opportunities to give across Wilson County.
Right.
So we started with this, the
Right.
Educator of the Quarter, and with that, with the we say competition, the contest, you're able to write in, go online,
Right.
write a brief little nomination for someone, a teacher, an educator that has made a difference. Even a coach. We have
Right.
coaches
They're
that are making a
educators.
difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So you write in a quick nomination, and you have the quarter to continue to write those in
Yeah.
with Wilson County News.
Mhm.
After the quarter's done, we review them, and then we get to reward an educator with a $500 gift card, just for them personally. They don't have
Yeah.
to put it towards the class. It's just for
Exactly.
making a difference. You're seen. You are making a difference. Students are writing in. Parents are writing in. Coworkers. It's amazing to see the difference that one
Yes.
person's making, and those nominations to come in. It's like,
Right. Right.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see. And having a background, like I say, my dad was a principal, my mom was a teacher. I have a little time where I did some education and a volleyball coach.
Yeah.
And now I get to, with First Mark, go back and honor.
Yeah.
And it's just to see, with all the news and everything going on today, those nominations pour in, and there's still
yeah.
positive happening
Yes.
out there. Differences being made, especially a parent of a child with special needs, to see the parents writing in and seeing that the teachers care and they're taking the
Yes.
steps. And I know I personally have experienced that. It's just rewarding.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding to see, but that's why we're
Very.
here today.
That's really awesome, and very awesome. What was it like to, well, we're going to be reminding you all also that nominations can be made anytime. We are running up to our September 30th deadline for this next quarter. So at any time you can go to wilsoncountynews.com/edu, and we'll be sure to link that in the comments later. To make those nominations, you can also find the ad in the Wilson County News and Livonia News if you want to write it in and send it to us. So, but otherwise it does extend. This contest keeps going. So we'll remind you again. But what was it like, Catherine, to determine a winner for this quarter?
So for
And
this,
each quarter.
right? For
what
every
it's been
quarter.
like.
Even when we're going through, and
Like you
reading
need a
them,
box of Kleenexes,
there
right?
has been, yes. There's
Yeah.
moments where we pull out the tissue, and it's like, because you can relate to it, right? We all have a favorite teacher. And I always go back to my fabulous fourth teacher, Mrs. Parks. Like, I will remember my fourth grade teacher forever.
Yeah.
Even my husband, he has his favorite sixth grade teacher.
Yeah.
And to the point where a couple years ago, we went back to Phoenix, and
Wow.
he got in contact just to go have lunch with his teacher.
That's awesome.
And it's just like, you see that difference the teachers make. And coach, like I have a coach that encouraged me and
Yep.
motivated me, and I was the athlete I was because of that coach.
Yeah.
So you get to see those and read them. It tugs on your heart when you see a student write in, because it takes a lot for a student to take a moment to really think out everything. This one teacher is the one who
Right.
stood out to me,
Right.
and this is how, and
Right.
they put their feelings and why they believe on paper. Parents do it all the time.
Yeah.
Co-workers, when they see, like, they all pile
Oh,
in
yeah.
together, like, oh, this teacher really
Yeah.
means it. But for a student to take the step the other thing is, I still get to dabble a little bit in my teaching. I get to partner with high schools across Bexar County and hopefully Wilson County here soon. And the one thing we all discuss, and still even like what I look for, is I want my child to be taught things that they can take into the future, right? Finances,
Yes.
business practices. Even as I had a business for a while. As an entrepreneur, I didn't know what I was doing and how to step into that.
Yeah.
And now to have, going over Mrs. Sutton's nomination was a student writing in.
Yeah.
And the student wrote in with confidence how confident she is to move forward into her future. And she has a future in business. That's what she wants.
Yeah.
That's her dream. And so she says Miss Sutton has provided her the opportunities for certifications in Microsoft and even to go and go see real business in practice. And she takes her students on those field trips and to even establish the BPA program. And that was something that I would love for you to discuss here too.
Yeah.
Because that BPA program allows the students, to put into practice what they plan for their future. And just to be able to provide those real life experiences now that they'll be able to confidently take into their future. And that is what I thought was such a huge, huge impact being made right now, because that's what we want. And when I go and help the economics teachers and we do a little finance class on budgeting and basic investing, we all just want to make sure that our high school students, when they become an adult, they're able to have something they can use. And it's not just like, other items that some things are fillers. I don't want to say what items, but so that's what this go around was like. This one just jumped out because the confidence that student has just is going to pave her future.
Right.
So
Wow. So if you're just jumping in, Kat was just explaining how the nominations, judging those, choosing the next educator of the quarter, being Cynthia Sutton here, what that was like. And as you've been at it almost a year now, it's been just, I know a very nice, just phenomenal process to go through. Very moving, like you need a box of Kleenex and all that. But I get it. Now, moving to you, Miss Cindy. Okay, so you are a Lavernia High School teacher. You teach business,
Yes, ma'am.
business classes. Wow. Tell us what it was like when you got that knock on the door. Like, walk us through this moment when they came in and just out of nowhere, right? You were surprised?
I was completely surprised.
Yeah.
It was during class, and I was, talking to the students. I was at my desk, discussing what we were doing.
Right.
And I got a knock on the door, and then I heard some keys, and I thought, well, who's trying to come in? Because sometimes, a principal might come in to ask a question or they need somebody. So I thought, well, he's having trouble with the key. Let me go help. So I went to the door, and then I saw Miss Ortega and Miss Ortiz. I apologize. I saw Miss Ortiz, and I thought, well, should I open the door? And then I saw my principal, and I said, okay, I can open up the door.
Yes, you have to have some caution there.
So I opened up the door, and I did not know what was going on. Then not only did I see Miss Ortiz, I saw the principal, superintendent, I saw people from central office. And I'm like, I didn't apply for a foundation grant.
Wow.
So that was my, that point in time when I was feeling like confused. And I think she picked up on that because she says, I know you don't know what's going on, but it's good. Trust me.
Yes.
And I said, okay. And you got the whole central office with you. I'll trust you. I hope so.
I'm glad it's good.
right.
And so that's when she told me, and I'm like, I just didn't understand at that moment.
Yeah,
so
it was so totally
it was
out of
a
nowhere for you
surprise. It was
guys.
a true, genuine surprise. It was very well welcomed. I absolutely loved the experience. And I am so supportive of this program because I just, as a teacher, you get busy. And I have your newspapers in my classroom for my principal students.
Yeah.
And as much as we go through them, I guess I just overlooked because I'm looking for certain articles for them.
Sure. You read things differently.
I
and
read things
hit you
differently.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came about, I thought I was really surprised. I felt extremely honored. Not only did I feel extremely honored, yes, you get the gift card. I received a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Aww.
And what touched me the most was to hear, because Ms. Ortiz read the student's letter, and that one really touched my heart. And I think I needed it at that time too.
That's so beautiful. Wow.
Okay, here's the tissue.
I know. I was just thinking.
Yeah, it was very touching because sometimes when you go through your days,
Of course.
and you do all that you do, and a teacher is in the classroom because that's what she loves to do. That's what he loves to do. A coach puts in their hours because that's what they love to do.
right.
And then when a student honors you this way, all on their own, and you have no idea, it was just really touching and moving for me.
Let me grab a few little tissues that I see right here, and then we'll continue. Okay,
So
here we go.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was absolutely a beautiful letter also.
So nice. Oh my gosh. How did your students respond?
They didn't know how to respond. They were like me. They weren't sure what was going on, and they were saying they weren't sure what was going on. And then when they heard Miss Ortiz, they kind of went silent, and it was a tender moment. It was a tender
Goodness.
moment.
Yes. I do have chills. That's pretty incredible.
Right, can you imagine being in that moment?
Oh.
Just all the energy. It's amazing.
What a blast. Well, so walk us through your background in education a little bit.
Walk you through my
Well, so 9 years at Lavernia High School.
yes. Well,
How'd you get to where you are?
teaching is my second career.
Okay.
I was in business, international business, before transferring over. And the turning pivotal point for me was the year I lost my mom. And, I think at any age, whenever you lose a parent, it's devastating. But I wasn't prepared for the impact that it had on me personally. So I kind of, stayed home for a bit and changed, thinking about what I wanted to do for the rest of my life because she was taken so quickly. And then one day my son came home. My son, he's a teacher now.
Yeah.
He came home. He says, "Mom, I know you're at home and you don't feel great." He goes, "But do you mind substituting because I don't like my substitute teacher?" And I'm like, "Well, that's not nice." And he goes, "I'm being honest." He goes, "Why don't you go sub?" And so I did, and the principal knew me at the school I was at there, and that's how it got rolling. I had already had my degrees, but it was just a matter of just going through the certification process. And then that's how I got into teaching.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And, what led you to Lavernia?
What a prayer.
Prayer. Amazing.
Because when I got my certification and I wanted to go somewhere where I was going to kind of like settle because I just wanted this to be it, kind of like live out to retirement.
Yeah.
I only applied at 3 districts, and I just prayed the one that I'm supposed to be at is going to call, and only one called.
Wow.
It was Lavernia.
Made it easy
It
for
was
you.
Y'all
Lavernia.
picked the right teacher. My goodness. I can
Yes.
see why you were nominated.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's
It's an honor. It is a true honor, and I appreciate it. And being at Lavernia has been a wonderful experience for me.
great.
It really has since the beginning. The people, the parents, the support I get from the staff, and when it comes to teaching business, what also makes it so fun is that a lot of my students out there, a lot of the parents are so involved in their education for their students and business savvy. So it's like a win-win. So I enjoy it.
That's
it's
neat.
fun.
That's
And the BPA program that you helped establish at Lavernia, do you mind sharing what that BPA program is?
Sure. So when I was hired, one of the things that I was asked to do was to start a student organization. Well, to stay in, check all the boxes, there was a couple of student organizations out that the state offered or approved, and BPA was one of them. And I was already familiar with it.
BPA
And
is?
Business Professionals of America. Yes, thank
Yep.
you. And I was already familiar with it, being volunteer at the prior school I was at. So, between the couple of selections, I proposed this one, and it was approved, and we established it. I couldn't have established it without the 12 students. There's 12 students that helped,
Right.
establish the program. But ever since then, we've established it, and it's a student organization. It's a national organization that allows students to utilize everything they've learned in the classroom and hands-on skills. They go out. It's very analytical thinking, problem solving. So they compete in various aspects. So in addition to that, there's community service, there's awards, there's leadership, there's, all kinds of development opportunities for them as they continue on their business program pathway. But competition is their highlight. They all love it. They really
Neat.
do.
Very
So,
good. And
yeah.
how long has that been at the school? You brought that,
Yes.
has it been like 9
Since
years?
the first year I
Yeah.
started. Mhm.
You just, wow.
Yes.
Just took off with it.
Took off
Yeah.
running.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
That is really, really something. Okay, we did that. So, what would be your advice to teachers in the field today?
Oh, be prepared.
Okay.
Be prepared, and if this is what you want to do, just be understanding and patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's a process.
Mhm.
That's how things are nowadays,
Yeah.
right? Just be understanding and open-minded, and keep on going. You know, always try and do better. Every day is a new day.
Nice. And what would be your advice to students?
Always be prepared.
Same thing, right? Goes
Get
both
yourself,
ways.
always be prepared. Make sure that you're basically going to receive what you put into it.
Mhm.
Whatever you put into the program, or whatever you try in your efforts, you're going to get what you put into it.
Yeah.
You can, no matter where you are, it should always be a positive impact. You should always leave something, positively. You should always get something good out of it. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Just get something good out of it. And if it's a lesson learned, then it's a lesson learned.
Yeah. Great advice.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Kat, circling back to you, we do have our upcoming deadline.
Yes, just a week and a half away,
Yeah.
September 30th.
That's right.
Closes up the next quarter.
Mhm.
So we've already had some nominations coming in.
Yes.
Parents, if you're out there, you probably have seen it come through the school's parent newsletter. We ask that you just take a moment, if there has been an educator, any staff at the ISD that you're at that has made a difference in your child's life, or even for your family. I've even read some come in that just the homework and how that works in it going home. And
Right.
so it's just
That's great.
any moment that stands out to you,
Mhm.
just take a moment to send it in.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be a long
Lengthy.
story.
Right.
It doesn't have, just those moments matter.
Mhm.
And when we're able to share them with our educators when
Yeah.
they win, you don't even realize that moment you
Mhm.
took and the impact and
Yeah.
the ripple effect it has, and the drive it still gives, and the
Yes.
encouragement and the
It
passion.
does.
So taking those moments, they matter. And
Mhm.
so you have for this quarter until
Yeah.
September 30th to
Right.
get your nominations in. And you can go to
Yeah, go to wilsoncountynews.com/edu. You can also find a coupon in both the Wilson County News and Livonia News. And just online is so simple. It's there. And just look what an impact they've made. We have this wonderful conversation with you today. To get to meet you, what a blessing. All of our educators that we've had, all those who've been nominated, that's outstanding. We're going to have to do something with all of them eventually,
Yes.
as there's been hundreds.
And the great
But-
news is, it's increasing. The
Yes.
nominations every quarter,
Yes.
we get a little more,
Right.
a little more, a little more, and that is just so encouraging for everything that is out there in our world today. So
I think eventually you're going to need a whole committee
Right,
to
yes.
help you
Yeah,
weed through
they
all
have a
that.
system.
Right.
You do have a
Yes.
good system.
and we do pass
Absolutely.
them forward and pass
Yeah.
them to another person and another, and so it's like they get pulled from
That's
a few
awesome.
readers. So
That's awesome.
It is.
yes, so absolutely. And even if you're in Livonia and you want to
Mhm.
stop by First Mark Credit Union,
Yeah.
I'm there, my team's
Yeah.
there. We
That's right.
help you get to an area where you can nominate if you
Mhm.
want to. Write it on a paper and we help get that submitted.
Fantastic.
Highly encourage your students too.
Yeah. Mhm.
If you have a student and they've
Yeah.
mentioned something, just take a moment with them and help them nominate.
That's great. That's great. And it's for all teachers in Wilson County.
Wilson County, yes.
Wilson County Schools. So, well, that's fantastic. Where can we go to learn more about First Mark Credit Union, and remind us where you're located in Livonia also?
Okay, so to learn more, one, you can stop by and see us in Livonia. We are located right next to the Domino's, or between the primary and the Catholic Church.
Mhm.
You'll see us, our big sign out there. So you can stop by and see us, or you can go online, firstmarkcu.org. And then you can learn more about that Power of the Dollar checking account.
Yeah.
There is even a link to our foundation, and
Yeah.
you can see over the years the grants we've given,
Right.
the rewards. I mean, we have Teacher of the Game. We partnered with the Spurs where teachers
Yeah.
get to go out in middle court. There's
fun.
Turkeys for Teachers is coming up in November, where we close out our whole parking lot at our corporate center
Cool.
on Gold Canyon, and we make it this fun drive-through for all the teachers to come get
Yeah.
a turkey. But along the way, we're giving them bags and
Oh
gifts
my
from all donors,
goodness. Yeah.
just celebrating them. It's
How
a
exciting.
big celebration. Mariachis are out there. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Even Starbucks is out there serving coffee as they're driving through.
So cool.
So
Yeah.
we actually put that, if you go to our website,
Okay.
you would be able to, our members immediately get a notification of it, but you can follow through because we only have so many tickets because we only have so many turkeys.
Yeah.
So once
Okay.
we open registration for that, we say go in immediately because sometimes
Yeah.
within a week those tickets are already taken.
Yeah.
But it's a great sell because we have
Yeah.
plenty of ways we give back to
Sure.
our teachers.
And
They can go to
it's
that foundation
important
page.
for others to know too that if they're really moved by this conversation and not just the nominating process, but if you want to help give back, get the checking account through FirstMark and be
Yes.
part of the funds that help to fund these,
Right, and
the
it's just
dollars that help to fund it.
$1
So,
a month, that's all it is,
Yeah.
and that you're helping make a difference
Yeah.
all across now Wilson County. That's the great thing about being out here. I'm like, I get
Yeah.
to represent Wilson County. I've been here for so
a
long,
great
and now
area.
that we've moved here, you'll start to see more and more.
yeah. Great, great. Well, we've kind of come to the end of our conversation. Last reminder, again, to go online and make your nominations, wilsoncountynews.com/edu. Any last words?
Thank you so much for having me. I
Thank
appreciate it. And thank you and FirstMark for having the program.
Yeah.
This is, as a teacher, I really hope more and more teachers get nominated because it's just, the letter was the best experience. So thank you again.
Amazing.
You heard that? Not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Thank you so much
Yes.
for your time.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
for what you do for students. All
Yes.
these years, you've made a difference.
Yeah.
And I know you
It's
continue.
incredible. So happy you found your journey.
Yes,
Yes.
I did. I did.
Yes. We want to thank all of you for joining us as well, and also a big thank you to our sponsor, The Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet. The dealerships are located here in Floresville on 181 next to each other, so you can literally shop all makes and models, as well as a huge service team to help you there, and also shop careers. So check them out, watch for their ads in the newspaper and Wilson County News too. But thank you, The Price Way, for your loyal sponsorship of WCN Live. We appreciate you very much, and hope y'all join us again next week when we will be here again on Wednesday at 10 a.m. So we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.